Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, come in again, you're very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Australian singer-songwriter Gyan, and through her song Wait, we looked at what it's like to wait for things, but also the waiting of the heart. So I trust you found that one encouraging. In that particular clip, I referred to Pirates of the Caribbean and Will Turner and Elizabeth and the waiting that they went through in that particular movie. Well, going from there to Christina Perri, that was born in 1986 in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. But it was around the age of 21 that Christina decided, well, I've got a bit of a voice, I need to go where the action is, and so she moved to Los Angeles. And she quotes in that particular time, as she was 3,000 kilometers away from her family, she cried for them every day. She had a bit of a go at love, got married, that didn't work out so well, and so she moved to Philadelphia in 2009. And it was around that time she wrote the song Jar of Hearts, which is pretty well her first song exposure to the world. And this song did make it on a season of Dancing with the Stars, and she got very well known at that point. So below we've got the official clip of Jar of Hearts. So everyone was taking notice of Christina at this point, and it was Atlantic Records that signed her in 2010. And then, to kind of capitalise on this amazing songwriter, they thought, well, we better bring an album out. So they outcame Love Strong in 2011. This debuted at number 4 on the Billboard charts. Now, you think about the fact that this girl was she was only just signed, pretty young. No, she to get a debut at number 4 was pretty amazing. And to top it all off a bit more, she sold 58,000 copies of that album in the first week. And off that album, we've got the official clip of Arms. Now, Arms is full of passion. There's also a lot of rawness and lots of vulnerability. This is the great thing about Christina Perri's lyrics, and that is that she writes with such vulnerability, such intenseness, and just really captures the essence of love is really well. Give us arms we can hold on to. And so we've got that one below for you as well. Well, at this point, the Twilight series about Edward Cullen and Bella was going around the world after the iconic book series by Stephanie Meyers. The movies came out, and of course, there is in this particular movie, Edward and Bella get married. Now, of course, with such an iconic anticipated wedding like this one, you've got to actually have a song to capture everything that a vampire is. First of all, immortality. Secondly, intense passion of love, loyalty, and all the rest of it. And so when you bring all of those aspects together, you talk about 1,000 years. I've been waiting for you for 1,000 years, and I'm going to love you for 1,000 more. Absolutely beautiful song, this one. What a stunning song this one actually is. When you actually listen to it, then try and get the Twilight movie out of your head for a second. It's absolutely stunning, this song. Christina has got a very good voice indeed. She's got a slight twang to it as well, and it just enables, she just so effortlessly delivers this song. The official clip's pretty stunning. Is all these candles. I'm assuming there's 1,000 candles there, but that's what I'm thinking, one per year. And so how beautiful to be waiting and lighting a candle per year for your love to come along. And Christina looks absolutely stunning in this clip as well. This went 4 times platinum, so an extremely significant song in the scheme of things, these ones, and such an anticipated song for such an anticipated event in cinematic history. Of course, we did get to experience a lot of the passion of these two in that movie. I've got the official clip of that one, which is absolutely stunning, and I've got a live version of that one. And one of the lines, "How can I love you if I'm afraid?" what a great line that one is. And I think what we can take out of this one today is, if love, as I've said a few times now, it's not love that lets people down. Love is always patient and kind, never gives up, always hopes, also perseveres. It's relationships that don't do that. So, obviously, if these were the words of Edward and Bella in this wedding scene, they've thought about what it is they're getting themselves into. They thought about the wonder of the moment, but also the wonder of the future. And what can we do? Of course, they've been through a lot they had been through a lot at this point. Him being a vampire, having to control that. She, embracing and engaging with that is pretty dangerous stuff. Love can be dangerous, and this is what makes this song so compelling, is that it brings out the danger, but the absolute intensity of passion that love actually is. So if you are in a relationship which is patient and kind and always gives up and always perseveres, where you can start to imagine living love while not being afraid. Because if you are afraid, it means that love's not really working, or perhaps it's a bit too soon for love, or you still don't work the person out, you're still not quite so sure about them. But if you get to that point where actually, I do get it, you can start to trust it. And if the other person's trusting it as well, it can be a beautiful, stunning, staggeringly good thing that comes from that. So love, as if your life depends on if you actually are in that situation. So, putting aside Twilight for a second, 1,000 Years is an absolutely stunning song of love and just captures the essence of it. Because the other thing about love is timeless. It has no beginning, it has no end, it just is. And we get, certainly as human beings, get the benefit of being part of it. So I'm really implying that love is an external force. Well, perhaps it is. And one of the best things we can actually do is to give love an opportunity to grow. It's a bit of an argument to say the words "I love you." It's almost like, if that comes out of the blue and the other person's not expecting it, going, I love you too, as opposed to, hey, I'm happy to be in love with you. That might be a nicer way of saying it. There's no expectations, there's no pressure. If you're both in love, that's probably the best place you can be. Well, that's what I've been thinking of late anyway, is imagine two plants being planted in a garden. No weed, there might be a few weeds around, but the garden is there and the two flowers are growing because love is strong. And the best thing we can do often is get out the way and let love do what it needs to do. So we've got the live and official clip of that one. Now, between 2011 and 2022, there's been 4 studio albums. The 2 first ones were pretty significant ones. 13 music videos, 3 EPs and 11 singles. As I said, the first album was very popular. It 58,000 copies in the first week, and it just kept going on and on after that. So when Christina sings, people are just captivated by her beauty and her effortless voice that she's got. Christina has won an MP3 Music Award and BMI Pop Awards, and so, in the scheme of things, she's kind of been noticed by the world a little bit as well. So the links to those 1, 2, 3, 4 clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Gyan, so if you want to recap on her, feel free. Well, how great to see everybody back. If this is your first time or you're coming back to Life Reflections Through Music, thank you to everybody for hanging around or coming back. And as we've looked at the Christina today. So next time we're going to go on to Dave Dobbin. As you probably noticed, I finished G now pretty much. I've just got a couple of artists that I'm just remembering before we get onto the H's. So we're going to go on to Dave Dobbin next time. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.